ties are not good on you. You gutter rat. You have totally sold your soul to the devil. Time to go away, Frosty! You will regret this post. Misinformation. Clout chaser. You must follow the law. The law says
Glorious. Is it a lawsuit?
accept your information is entirely BS. Do you ever tell the truth? Where the hell is your testosterone? Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law with attorney Larry Foreman. Folks, today we are going to be doing something unique, something special, something new. Some of you have actually been asking for this. I at least have one known comment on one of my videos where I guess I was answering questions, not this last one, but the one before it, that really caught my eye and really caught my attention, and I decided to make it into a little bit of a project. And here it is in its final form. Folks, I am going to be reading mean tweets about me and reacting to them. So kind of like, you know, celebrities read mean tweets on Jimmy Kimmel.
Margot Robbie deserves a tongue punch in the fog box.
Zac Efron ever been in a film where he didn't play a total douche?
Pharrell looks like John Hamm if John Hamm was a crack addict.
Britney Spears is stalking me on the radio. Quit forcing your suckage on me, you tired ass.
Anthony Mackie is probably just angry that he looks like a f***ing aardvark.
I am not Jimmy Kimmel, and I am not a celebrity either. I know. But I'm basically going to be following it in the same fashion, in the same way. DUI guy reads and reacts to mean tweets about him. Without further ado, as you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, let's go. First, we have Charlotte Kleinsmith, who says, fat ties are not good on you. But what is the definition of a fat tie? That's what I want to know. I mean, should we be fat shaming ties now? Skinny ties, fat ties? I don't know. What would you call this? Is this a tie that needs to eat a few salads, would you say, Charlotte? In response to me calling Michael Proctor swollen and lacking in exercise, Liz said he, meaning Michael Proctor, didn't commit a single crime, you gutter rat. Okay, first off, on the did he commit a single crime, his behavior was criminal. I mean, was he charged with a crime? No. But was he fired and he's now a disgraced and disgruntled former Massachusetts State Police trooper? 100%. So by inserting the calling me a gutter rat, I think it says a little bit more about you than it does about me, Liz. Just because I'm saying things that you don't like. Sorry, not sorry. Megagen says, you are going to turn over a new leaf, get right with God, and stop grifting? As I told my audience that I have a surprise in store for them. Am I going to turn over a new leaf, get right with God, and stop grifting? Am I going to turn over a new leaf? Let's start piece by piece. The answer, no. I'm going to move on to the next subject. If this is what you're asking, then the answer is yes. Am I going to get right with God? Honey, I've done this years ago. And to stop grifting, I don't know how. How do you do that? CNN has been grifting for decades. I have a lot of catching up to do. Beck55, I watched you during the Johnny Depp trial. Man, you have totally sold your soul to the devil. I hope the money was worth it. It was. Thanks for playing. Ditch Digger said, you are finally coming out of the closet. Congrats, man! Seriously, honey, you have no idea. No, I'm planning on staying in the closet for as long as I possibly can. Don't tell Chandler. Tommy, in response to one of my tweets, wrote, time to go away, Frosty! Frosty. It took me a while to figure this one out because I'm like, have I been melting on camera? Do I look a bit sweaty like Frosty the Snowman melting? I'm guessing it has to do with my frosted tips, maybe? People like to call me frosted tips even though I don't frost my tips. I am naturally salt and pepper. I know it may seem ridiculous to think about. I have never, other than gel. Gel is the only hair product I've ever put in my hair. Maybe mousse gel. same thing. I just love it. I love it when people are like calling me going bald or say that I am turning gray. I'm like, congratulations, genius. Thank you for stating out a fact. You really think I'm going to be affected by it? But hey, keep them coming. Like, I love this. I always said this. I keep telling you guys, I love my trolls. My trolls make me very happy. If you have so much negative energy that you have to share it with me, I'm sorry. I love it. Please keep doing it. Julie Carpenter, when the Alberts and the McCabe's did the interview with 2020 guy, I tweeted that the real killers finally sit down together with ABC should have been the title. And she replied, Larry, oof, you will regret this post. You fools never learn. Expect to be served. Served what? Hamburgers and a side of fries? Or do you mean to be served with a lawsuit? A lawsuit over what? Defamation? Julie, you know that defamation has truth as an absolute defense to it. Did you know that? So, moving on. Very shortly after the verdict, some photos started to leak out, and I made a comment about 34 Fairview. Maybe John O'Keefe was actually killed in the garage instead of the basement. This has now become a new theory based on some evidence that has come to light since the trial concluded. An angel, in his or her infinite wisdom, said, I love your show, Larry, but this is a weird post. I mean, I'm all for milking a story to death while the sun shines, but this is a reach. Is it though, Angel? Is it though? I mean, the evidence shows. The evidence shows. There has been paint spilled, maybe to cover up blood. It's not so far-fetched, Angel. Thanks for playing. I wrote originally a couple of weeks ago, it's time to sue the pants off the Norfolk DA's office. Damon Seligson, who is the civil attorney for Karen Reed, had the moves. I met him while I was in Canton. He'll get the job done. And Heather replies, if you were a good lawyer, you would know. It is nearly impossible to win a lawsuit against the DA or the office. Your posts have been full of BS and misinformation. Nothing but a clout chaser. I love that. Here's why. So if you were a good lawyer, you would know not to sue, that suing the DA is fruitless. That is a half-true statement. That is absolutely correct that the DA's office enjoys absolute immunity when they conduct their prosecutions in the office in line with their office duties. However, there have been instances across our great nation where prosecutors have been successfully prosecuted and even arrested. So it is not so much of a stretch, it's just, I guess you don't want to hear the truth, and then you are attacking me by calling me a clout chaser? Sure, this is clearly someone who is upset at hearing the truth and doesn't want to come to terms with it. So good on you. Thank you, Heather, for sharing your thoughts with us. Now, during deliberations, one of my sources told me about what the jurors were wearing that day. And Joe Ciaccio, or Ciaccio, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, so I do apologize if I'm butchering your name, Joe, writes, what are your sources? LOL. Go back to chasing accidents, getting your 33%. Joe, don't worry. I will absolutely continue chasing my accidents and getting my 33 to 40%. Or 50% if we go to litigation, which is a great segue to tell you all that we represent people. 1-844-774-HURT. I will continue chasing your accidents. If you want a good lawyer, if you want to make some money, I will definitely be happy to assist you anywhere in the country, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 1-844-774-HURT. Call us. I'll be happy to help you out. But Joe, once again, ¿por qué no los dos? I will be getting my car accidents, and I will be getting my tweets, and I will be getting my YouTube videos. Why do I have to limit myself to just one thing? I can do multiple things. Have you thought about that? I guess not. And in response to the same post, Eric M., in his infinite wisdom, writes, accept your information is entirely BS. It's not even creative, bro. Like, at least, like, add, like, a little, if you're gonna hate, you know, hate with style, hate with passion, hate with creativity. So in response to the same one, J-Law writes, another blogger in the courtroom said they were dressed in the same way as yesterday. Do you ever tell the truth? Dude, ever? No. It's much more fun to lie to my audience and make stuff up and be a sensationalist, be someone who just spreads misinformation and, let my audience sift through what is real or not. Like, come on. Sometimes sources are going to provide various pieces of information and you just have to deal with it. That's why you say my sources tell me and not I have eyes on the jury and this is what I am seeing. Those are two different things. Learn to separate the two. Use your brain sometime. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But trust me, you'll be better off if you use your brain. Okay? All right. Now, last but not least, this is my all-time favorite in response to the same tweet about what the jurors were wearing. Dank Hank Williams. Larry, you sound like a wine mom that watches way too much true crime. Where the hell is your testosterone? Don't you have a job or something?
So, I have been working on trying to pump up my beta blockers. My mommy says I need to go to the gym a little bit more often, which will elevate my T levels a little bit higher. I'm also waiting for my testicles to drop and then maybe my voice will get a little bit deeper. I really take umbrage with you calling me a wine mom. I actually have been sober for quite some time.
I need to stop using that voice. It hurts my vocal cords. Dank Hank, thank you. Thank you very, very much. You have made my day. That comment has been one of my most favorite hate comments that I have ever come across. So I very much appreciate you. Thank you for playing. Thank you for hating. And even Evie Warner, by the way, who has been around since the Deb days. She used to be a fan, but ever since I went against Jax and whatever his name was, that other lawyer that everybody forgot about by now, and she aligned herself with him because and that was the whole splitting of the Don't Ask of the Johnny Depp days. Even she defends me. He is a full-time practicing lawyer with his own firm, as I already stated. So thank you, Evie, for coming to my rescue. Definitely did not expect that from you, but hey, I'm not going to complain. So, folks, this was my attempt, maybe a poor one, I don't know, at trying to read some mean tweets about me and responding and reacting in the best way that I can. It's hard when they're not creative. It's a lot easier when it's more than just an insult. There were so many that were just stupid because they had no flavor. They were just mean-spirited comments, so I decided to exclude those. I tried to get as many of the good ones as possible. So again, I wanted to thank our intern, Genevieve. She has been with us for a few weeks now. She has pulled all of these tweets for me, and maybe I'll do this again sometime. Somebody recommended it. Like I said, I'm thankful for at least been given this opportunity to do it. I think you guys can do better. That's all I'm gonna say. Get more creative with your insults. If you're going to insult me, make it worth my time. Make me want to read your insults. Otherwise, what is the point? As I always say, lean into them. If anybody insults you, don't fight back. You're only going to create more fuel for them. Take away their ammunition. You're an idiot. I know. Yes, I know that. I am the biggest idiot, as a matter of fact. You see, you immediately deprive them of the ammunition. The easiest way to counter a bully is to agree with them. They don't know what to do. They literally just lose it. They're like, but I just insulted you. You're supposed to get defensive. I would have gotten defensive. Why didn't you get defensive? Nature of the game. Bye, everybody.